Hey, what's up, everybody? JMike58 here again today with a new series. Can you guys say new series? New series! That's right. More NCAA 14, but we've got a new series. I have joined an online dynasty. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what's going to happen. And to be completely transparent with you, I have never played against a human opponent in NCAA 14. So I have no clue how this is going to turn out. I've only played against the computer. And I guess lucky for me today, week 1, as you see, I am Penn State, the Penn State. I'm going to be taking my crack at reviving the Penn State Nittany Lions. But today I'm going to be taking on the computer in a week 1 contest. The settings are set up very similar to how I normally play, except I usually don't play on Heisman both ways, so there could be some interesting situations, some interesting animations, and who knows, maybe an interesting outcome to this game. Penn State runs a different offense than what I'm used to with Texas. I typically go with a read option attack. As you may know from my Texas Longhorns dynasty, I employed a new enhanced triple read option attack this year. And so this pro style balanced running game pocket quarterback setup with Christian Hackenberg and Penn State, it's really a new thing for me. Not completely new, but it's something that's fresh that I haven't played with in a while. And so this game, I tried to be super conservative. Obviously, I didn't want to lose the first game in an online dynasty. I didn't want to be that guy that comes in, and if you can't beat the computer, I suppose, what does that say about your ability to beat the human opponents in the league? And so to try to bring some quality, I got to try to figure out this pro-style offense before I get too deep into this thing and just wreck Penn State as opposed to actually bringing them back. And so I've created a coach, named him Lloyd Mayweather. Easy for me to say, right? So Lloyd Mayweather, a scrawny little bald-headed white dude, is going to be the head coach for Penn State. And so far, we're up 7-0. Hackenberg's been strong on third down, a lot of crucial third down pickups. The running game, not so strong. As you see, Temple picking up every block on that play. All the cutbacks were there. And the Owls tying it up 7-7. But Akeem Lynch, a little bit of shake on the outside, but he's not a speedster. I've noticed as I look through the roster with Penn State, there's really not a lot of speed, especially in the backfield. These are power backs, more of a balanced attack. And so you're not going to see me taking a lot of shots deep, at least in this game, with the defense they give me, unless they're going to play up tight without safety help over the top. And so I really tried to read the defense and take what was given to me in this contest. So you see a lot of hitches, a lot of smart routes right around the first down marker. As Hackenberg there picks up another big 3rd and 6. As we're now a minute into the second quarter. 3rd and 14, a tough situation, empty backfield. Hackenberg sits back and he picks apart cover 2. A nice little toss there for the touchdown. Penn State up 14-7, but Temple back with it. Let's see if that passing defense can step up and make a difference here on it's now 2nd and 15 after that ugly sack. What was that? His offensive lineman couldn't get out of his way. P.J. Walker wanted to run, but there was nowhere to go. He was boxed in. But now, though, after a good pickup, 3rd and inches, and there's the run by Gilmore, but he picks up the first down. Jamie Gilmore had a nice day against us, and like I said, playing on Heisman. Oh, a nice hit there, a big sack as Walker goes down, a 5-yard loss. But as I was saying, playing on Heisman, the run defense is hard to come by, at least on the user end, and you've really got to rely on the rest of the squad. I noticed that I was diving, I was flailing, I was getting juked out this whole game, taking over guys, switching players, and just looking like a fool in the secondary. And there you go, another 3rd and long. Thought I was in a good pass defense. Sent some guys on a blitz. It didn't work out. On that play it did, though. Got a little pressure to the quarterback, and he had to throw it away. Doinked it off the goalpost. Now it's 3rd and 10 and a big sack. Penn State, yes, thrust that hip, number 90. Let's touch biceps, my friend. brings up the field goal attempt and slow motion for effect, and it's outside and wide. No good. Penn State holds on with a 14-7 lead now. Just under 3 minutes left in the first half. A deep throw down the seam. Oh, the safety was there waiting. Boye Amore, or however you say this guy's name, the safety for Temple, comes away with the interception. Hackenberg with a touchdown and a pick. Penn State back, though. A little bit of run defense finally. Brings up 3rd and 9, just under 2 minutes. The defense is there, and almost the interception. Grant Haley, you got to haul that one in, big guy. That would have been a huge momentum swing. Brings up a punt. And if I'm showing a punt, does that mean I'm showing a touchdown? Lewis breaks it to the outside. His blocks are set up. He cuts it inside a nice hole. Breaks the tackle and trips across. Only about 60 yards to go. No, not a touchdown, but a fun little return there. We've got the speed threshold set pretty low, so there's going to be some huge discrepancies here between guys that are fast and not, which is going to have to impact recruiting, I suppose. I'm going to have to go out and get some quicker guys, even though this pro-style offense really is built more for the powerful guys. As you see, Hackenberg says, forget about speed and power. How about a little finesse on the slant pattern? Drops it in over the middle linebacker who could do nothing but watch. Temple down 14. Penn State up 21-7 as we now go into the second half. The Nittany Lions, after giving up that big touchdown run, have had a strong showing, finishing out the second quarter. Oh, but starting things off the way that they started off in the first half. Jamie Gilmore just running over people. Pancakes galore out there for the offensive line. But on 2nd and long, a nice stop there. Mr. Garrett Sickles, the defensive end, opposite Nassib. 2 strong defensive ends. Oh, but unfortunately, PJ, whoa, baby, the stiff arm. A nice pickup on 3rd down for the Owls as they slant throw over the middle. He picks it up and he pushes through. Mr. Hairston gets himself a touchdown. Penn State looking to respond. Oh, sends a man down the seam, but this time tosses it and hits Chris Goodwin on the out pattern. That was a similar play. Oh, and they do it again. This time, though, to Kyle Carter for 9 yards. Moving right down the field is Penn State. What I was about to say is that interception by Temple earlier was on a very similar play. But this time, Hackenberg, instead of going deep, hit the out. Here he is, audible and like crazy. My goodness, just run the play that the coach calls. Who do you think you are, Peyton Manning? Drops back to pass. Oh, and he drops it in. Chris Godwin again. Never mind, Hackenberg. You do whatever you want to do. Just stand back there. Draw it up in the sand. Tell your guys where to go. Brings up 1st and goal. Couldn't quite punch it in. Oh, we got guys going in motion. What's that mean? It means Akeem Lynch time. Or excuse me, Akeel Lynch. Akeel you. Akeel Lynch with a touchdown, his 2nd of the day. 28-14. Temple right back at it, though, on the ground. Gilmore already over 100 yards on the day. A read option, and oh my goodness, he could be gone. Williams, though, has the angle. Oh, and Walters just gives up and steps out of bounds. He didn't want to get hit. Oh, man. Later on, though, 2nd and 3. Bringing the house is the defense, and they finally stop the run. Finally brings up 3rd and 7 after a false start. Cover 2 with a little bit of blitz action going on. Let's see what's going to happen here. Drops back to pass. And he throws the out. Oh, but he underthrew it. Campbell picks it. Oh, he's got a block, and he's down the sideline. Is there anybody that's going to get him? No, sir. It's a touchdown. The pick six, 96 yards. Thank you very much. Just as Temple was about to get back into the game, a huge interception return for the touchdown. Penn State. A nice lead, 35-14. Still 7 minutes left to go in the 4th, but lots of pressure now. The defense can just sit back and play the pass, and you know they did. Getting pressure, forcing a 4th and 10, and getting crunched is P.J. Walker. A sack, a 7-yard loss. It's going to be Penn State's ball. A scary start to this one has finally shifted in favor of the Nittany Lions at home. Incredible shift of events here after the pick 6, and now the clock running down. There's no need to rub it in. But this was kind of a frustrating start and a tough game on the ground. So Akil Lynch, not the soft-hearted kind of guy, punches it in for an unnecessary touchdown. And it was nothing but academic from there on out. Just run a few seconds off the clock, as the Penn State Nittany Lions had a strong defensive showing despite a couple of struggles in the first and third quarters on the ground. 10 knockdowns, a lot of hurries on the offensive side, and it brings us to a 42-14 victory for Penn State. It's all good and well, but the only thing is that might be the last, if not maybe one more game against the computer the rest of the way out. It's the scary stuff. It's me versus other human beings with real heartbeats and 2 thumbs, I think. Guys with some stick skills. This could be interesting. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy this one, and I'm glad I had a game against the computer to try to figure out this offense and the defense, to get a feel for what types of players that Penn State has. We gave up a lot of yards, as you can see there. Combined over 300, just 305, nothing horrible, but we didn't do anything too fantastic on our own there. Just barely 315, almost 320 combined as well. A nice day by Lynch. Not as many yards per carry. It took him almost 30 carries to get 110, but he did have the 3 scores. 2 sacks for Sickles. Gilmore just tore it up on the ground, but we'll take it, I guess. I mean, it's a victory. So we're moving in now, because we've got recruiting done for this week. We've got the rest of the guys. I think most of them have played their games. Some big victories across the board. We did have one user versus user matchup, I believe, this week. And I think looks like one fellow competitor may have lost to the computer. That's a tough start, but it was a difficult game. I was just taking on Temple. We're not talking about any world beaters here. So, you know, I didn't take a cupcake. Temple does have some great players, but it wasn't exactly a top 10 matchup by any means. And obviously there's recruiting going on. I don't want to show you too much because I don't want to give away where the points are being thrown out there. I'll find a way to kind of cover that up in the future and give you updates maybe as guys sign. It is going to be fun though. As you see, we've got Pitt in the same online dynasty here. So we're going to be competing for hometown recruits. And we're going to be going to some other places that, you know, West Virginia is going to be a place that's going to be competing for Pennsylvania recruits as well. So it should be a fun and exciting adventure here. I've never done this before, but I'm looking forward to it. Looks like a fun group of guys from what I can tell so far. So I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys joining me. Make sure that you support this series. Make sure you click that like button. Leave a comment below. And always hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so to make sure that you don't miss any future videos coming your way. Thanks again for joining me, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.